The entire internet fits in a test tube, and it would survive a nuclear apocalypse. Even the adult stuff. We've been storing data on hard drives, server farms, magnetic tape, all of which have the shelf life of my attention span. A hard drive lasts maybe 5 years before it starts degrading. Magnetic tape? 30 if you're lucky. Meanwhile, we just decoded DNA from a woolly mammoth that's been frozen for 1 million years, and it still worked. Microsoft looked at that and said, what if we stored ChatGPT in there instead? 1 gram of DNA can store 215 petabytes of data. For context, that's roughly every movie ever made. Every song, every photo, every email you've sent and regretted. All of it. In something smaller than a grain of rice. And it requires 0 electricity to maintain. None. You literally just leave it in a drawer. The estimated shelf life is 10,000 years. That's not a typo. That's longer than recorded human civilization. I can't get my iCloud subscription to last until Tuesday. Microsoft didn't just theorize about this. They took a functioning large language model, a real one, not a toy demo, and encoded it into synthetic DNA. They stored an actual AI brain inside a molecule, and then they read it back out. And it worked. The process converts binary data, ones and zeros, into the 4 nucleotide bases of DNA, A, T, C, G. So instead of flipping switches on a silicon chip, you're writing data into the building blocks of life itself, which is either the most elegant engineering solution in history or the opening scene of a very specific horror movie. The read-write speed is still slow. We're talking hours, not milliseconds. This isn't replacing your SSD anytime soon. But for archival storage, for preserving data across centuries, nothing else even comes close. Right now, the world generates about 120 zettabytes of data per year, and we are running out of places to put it. Data centers already consume 2% of global electricity, and we all know that's on the rise. We're burning fossil fuels so servers can back up all those photos you definitely should have deleted. DNA storage solves both problems simultaneously. Near infinite density, 0 ongoing power. And the cool/creepy part? DNA stored data is functionally apocalypse-proof. EMP? Doesn't matter. Flood, fire, grid failure? Doesn't matter. Solar flare that wipes out every electronic device on the planet? Your data is sitting in a vial in a drawer, completely untouched. For the first time, we have a storage medium that can outlast the civilization that created it. Which is either comforting or terrifying, depending on how optimistic you are about civilization. Costs about $1,000 per megabyte. That needs to drop by a factor of 1 million before this goes mainstream. But so did sequencing the human genome, and that went from $3 billion to 300 in 20 years. The question isn't whether DNA becomes our primary archive, it's when. Subscribe to Singularity Surfer, and I promise we'll be here long after society itself.